Welcome to Best Kept Secrets Travel, episode 9. My name's Morgan.
And my name's Will, and on today's episode, we're doing a quick travel guide to North Macedonia.
Ooh. Roll the intro.
Best friends, and that's for life. Who stay traveling? I'm talking worldwide. 65 countries between the two. Every moment is so unbelievable. Sharing the best kept secrets about the trips and mistakes they made that they can't forget. So tell me if you're ready for a time to remember as they gear up for the next adventure. Yeah. Woo! Best kept secrets travel.
If you haven't noticed,
This is our 100th episode of Best Kept Secrets Travel. And as a prize for our first listener, you cannot be a direct friend who Morgan and I have told to listen to this one. But if you are our first online YouTube listener listening to this right now, quickly comment below 100th episode. And the first person to comment that on our YouTube channel, we will be planting a tree in your name. But you have to comment in the YouTube comments 100th episode, and we'll be planting a tree somewhere around the world in your name.
and probably add to the comment where in the world you want the tree.
Yeah, we can
planted.
do that. We can do that.
It just seems logical. But as we said, well, we didn't actually say where I was going, we're back together.
Sadly.
Unfortunately, Will has recovered from his bout of doing a Masters.
Still doing it.
Still doing it.
Just home for the weekend.
Yeah. It's not even a weekend, but here we go. Let's get into this episode about North Macedonia. North Macedonia is a small country located in the Balkans region of southeastern Europe. The official name of the country is the Republic of North Macedonia, and it became an independent state in 1991. North Macedonia is bordered by Kosovo, which was last week's episode, and an unrecognised region to the west, Serbia to the north, Bulgaria, which was a few episodes ago,
Yep.
to the east, and Greece to the south. The capital city of North Macedonia is
Skopje.
Skopje. And the population of the country is around 2 million people.
The economy of North Macedonia is based mainly on agriculture, industry and services. Some of the main industries in the country include food processing, textiles, metalworking and chemicals. Tourism is also an important part of the economy. There are a number of natural and historical sites that attract visitors from around the world.
The currency in North Macedonia is the Macedonian dinar, and English is widely spoken in the country. The climate in North Macedonia is temperate with some variation, depending on the location and obviously the season. Yes, of course. The official language of North Macedonia is Macedonian and sometimes Albanian.
The official languages, not just language.
Oh yes, I misspoke. My apologies.
So, slightly weirder, how many countries can you name straight off the top of your head with more than one official language?
Are we accounting like South American countries like Colombia, Peru, Bolivia,
I think you could go closer to home than that.
Wales?
Yeah.
Any closer to home?
No, I think that's got to be the closest to home.
Yeah, I suppose that's pretty good. Any others?
What though I can think of. I don't know if some of the African countries count French plus the more local native dialect that was there before colonisation.
I guess Irish.
Yeah, kind of lost.
I think lots of it's lost, but
Yeah, a lot of languages are lost. At least in Wales, people are still do get areas where they're still constantly speaking a lot of words. But back to North Macedonia. If you're planning a trip to North Macedonia, here are a few very important things you will need to know.
it's 5 things.
It is exactly 5, but that is also a few. The best time to visit is between April and October,
Number 1.
when the weather is warmest.
Number 2.
Be prepared for lots of stairs, and many buildings in Skopje are quite old and steeply built.
Number 3.
When travelling around the country, it's important to be aware there are many roads that aren't that well maintained and can be quite dangerous.
Number 4.
There are a number of good hotels and restaurants in Skopje, but outside the capital city, options are more limited.
Number 5.
And lastly, Macedonian currency can be exchanged at most banks and airports, which makes it a lot easier for tourists to change some cash if needed.
North Macedonia is a country that has a rich, diverse history. The region has been inhabited by humans since prehistoric times, and the area was ruled by the Roman Empire, the Byzantine Empire, and the Ottoman Empire before becoming an independent state in 1991. I didn't realise the Ottoman Empire lasted until 1991. Since gaining independence, North Macedonia has struggled with issues such as political instability and ethnic tension. However, the country is making progress towards stability and prosperity, and it is a great place to visit if you want to visit all that the Balkans region has to offer.
Fact time, my
Fact
favourite time
time.
of the day. This country of North Macedonia has more than 2,000 churches and monasteries, which is more per capita than any other country in the world.
That's an interesting. That's quite a good fact. North Macedonia is also home to the largest cave system in the Balkans region.
What? Facts. The best kept secret about North Macedonia is that it's home to the largest population of bears in Europe. In fact, there are around 1,500 bears living in the country at the moment. So if you're looking for an adventure and want to see some amazing wildlife, be sure to add North Macedonia to your travel list.
Isn't your nephew a bear?
My cousin's kid.
Okay. The best time to visit North Macedonia is, of course, can you remember?
April and October, when the weather is warmest. But more importantly than that fact of when to go is making Morgan attempt some helpful phrases in one of the official languages of North Macedonia. So Morgan, how do we say hello?
Thriapabo.
How are you?
Unfortunately, on our script, it is in Cyrillic, and I
completely blame yourself for this, so we're going to have more
haven't
fun with it.
practiced
So how do you
Cyrillic.
say, how
no,
are you?
You did this one.
Maybe. How are you?
Kakosin.
Thank you.
Anaro apam.
I'm fine.
Jarkam jepako.
As our own word of warning, do not necessarily repeat whatever we said in case you offend someone, but you can try it for your own amusement. Now, Morgan, if I'm flying to North Macedonia, what is the best airport for me to visit?
Skopje Airport, which is Alexander the Great Airport. It's located in the capital city, have you guessed it?
Skopje!
And it's the largest airport in the country, which is quite useful. So that is how you would get there. The best way to get around North Macedonia is by car. There are a number of good roads in the country, and it's easy to find rental cars at the airports and cities. However, be aware that some of the roads are not as well maintained and can be quite dangerous. One of the coolest things about North Macedonia is the fact that it's in the middle of lots of different other Balkan countries. And this area it's reasonably big, but it's not that big. So it's very achievable to do day trips from Pristina in Kosovo, Tirana from Albania, even Sofia at a push in Bulgaria, and even Thessaloniki in Greece. You can do day trips from all these places, and that is a really good way to get a bus in and go and explore somewhere else for the day.
Well, now we get to the taste bud sensation of the podcast. The best food and drink in North Macedonia can be found, funnily enough, in the capital city of Skopje. There are a number of good restaurants and bars in the city. You can find everything from traditional Macedonian cuisine to some international dishes. Some of the most popular restaurants in Skopje include the Gossip, Burek and Divan. If you're looking for a good cup of coffee, which is a classic drink in North Macedonia, be sure to check out the French Cafe, which is not so Macedonian, or a more local place known as the Coffee House. And for a night out on the town, head to one of our many bars in Skopje, such as The Pub or The Irish Pub. As you can tell, the nightlife is buzzing.
Because there's an Irish
super
pub there.
International places, and the Irish Pub is a sign that they've got it right and they've decided to bring in quality pubs.
Some of the most popular activities to do in North Macedonia include hiking the mountains and visiting ancient monasteries and churches, makes sense, rafting down rivers and skiing in the winter. There are also a number of great festivals that take place throughout the year, which are a great opportunity to experience traditional Macedonian culture. Be sure to add this to some of your best kept secret bucket lists.
Exactly. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast or watching us on YouTube today. And can I remind you, you need to share this podcast to all your families, friends, enemies, and much, much more. Give it to your lecturers if you're at university. Give it to your teacher if you're still at school. Or if you're just an adult and you're taking lessons and you have a teacher of some sort. Share it to your class or cooking class if you're going away on a weekend, or go and tell someone who works at a hotel about the podcast, because everyone in the world could learn a little bit more about travel. Best kept secrets, how to stay safe. So please remember to click subscribe, plant a tree, share the secret.
Roll the outro.
Yeah, let's make it happen. I hope that you can handle going on adventures, best kept secret travels. Yeah, all over the globe, having fun, you know the deal. Amazing secret locations, hang out with Morgan and Will. Educate and entertain, haggle in the market, sharing their experiences. Time to get it started. Let's go.